Welcome back, Super Friends and Super Family. I'm Nick, and today I'm reacting to The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 9 and 10. So we had the big moment last episode where we had Penny tell Leonard for the first time that she loves him. I'm assuming we're going to have some type of follow-up with that situation and with what's going on with their relationship in general, but we will see. As always, you want to watch along the full unedited reaction that is on Patreon, along with future reactions of the show. If you don't want to wait, you'd care to support the channel, let's just get right into it. The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 9 and 10.
Your hypothesis is completely disconfirmed by all the data. You're just...
What are we arguing about?
Displaying a shocking ignorance. Mummies and zombies are the exact same thing.
This is a hill to die on.
Sheldon, get him.
If a zombie
Sheldon was ready. He was ready.
mummy bites you, all you turn into is some schmo with a mummy bite. A zombie, it's been eaten from the waist down. You, sir, have no leg to stand on.
I'm on Sheldon and Leonard's side.
What's going on?
Mummies and zombies again.
They're not the same thing.
It's just Raj. It's because he's into the styling and the fashion.
Guess who picked up his new car?
Does it have that new car smell?
For as long as I can keep my mother out of it. Space 294. 294?
What?
That's my parking spot.
Since when?
You don't even drive.
It doesn't matter. That's my spot.
You're reserving it?
They reassigned it because you never use it.
My nipples either. Maybe you should reassign that.
Someday, if you get a car...
Please tell me he'll get a car.
So I want my parking space. Well, it's perfect.
Meanwhile, you still don't have a car.
This is about a parking space. It has nothing to do with cars.
I mean, they're somewhat related.
Listening to yourself?
I always listen to myself. It's one of the great joys of my life. Out of my spot.
Nope.
Very well. You leave me no choice.
I hope you have car insurance. Sheldon, do you really think you're Superman? You're wearing a Flash shirt. It would be great if they pick up the storyline with Sheldon learning to drive, right? Will Sheldon ever get his own car before the end of the show? Drive properly? I don't know.
President Siebert, listen to reason.
Listen to reason? So you?
I'm aware you told me not to call you at home.
This is an emergency, damn it.
You're the president of a major university, not the president of the Potty Mouth Club. No, there it is again. Wallowitz deserves my spot because he's a high-profile asset to the university.
I mean, that is true.
Howard did go to the International Space Station.
Exactly.
How much longer is he going to milk that cow?
The rest of his life. The rest of his life.
My dad always said, you can't drink and drive. You can't let your 10-year-old take the wheel while you sleep one off in the back seat.
Give it back.
What, the car keys?
My Iron Man helmet. Kuthra Polly saw you take it. Give it back.
I wanted it, and you weren't using it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you get the connection?
I want it back.
Unfortunately, I'm using it.
That does look like a legit Iron Man helmet though, right?
I'm taking your diploma.
It's the only doctorate you'll ever get.
We're gonna have all-out war this episode. Can you
It
see?
smells funny in here.
It's not the same without Jarvis, is it?
Where's bikini wax?
Yeah.
Always take that long.
No, they don't usually have to go out and get more wax.
I feel like I'm 5 pounds lighter.
Really? Only 5? Did you just spend last night hearing about this silly parking space fight too?
I couldn't understand most of it because Sheldon was wearing that stupid robot mask.
She hasn't seen any of the Marvel movies.
Guess this is what we get for being with 2 testosterone-fueled alpha males. They're bound to lock horns.
Is there some kind of horns they bought at Comic-Con?
Of course, of course.
He shouldn't have to suffer just because Howard's such a big deal now.
Sheldon should just let Howard have his little moment in the sun.
What's that supposed to mean?
Howard's never gonna go to space again, but Sheldon will always be a genius.
Here we go. We could have a fight here.
And I'm sure Sheldon would get a fancy parking spot if and when he makes a worthwhile contribution to science.
Poor Penny, she's like, I just wanted to relax and hang out.
None of Sheldon's theories have ever been proven, My husband actually went to outer space.
Fair point.
An inspiration to millions of Americans who know you don't have to be special or even qualified to go into space.
Oof, oof.
First time I got a bikini wax, my sister did it with melted Crayolas and duct tape.
What?
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, sounds horrific.
Because like Sheldon's work, your sex life is also theoretical?
Okay, now we're really getting personal.
Damn.
This is fun, though.
If you do make love, Sheldon won't be thinking about his mother.
Ooh, we're going full Norman Bates mode.
To this day, I still can't see a box of crayons without crossing my legs.
I'm gonna go home and have sex with my husband right now. Maybe I'll let him do it to me in a parking spot. It sounds dirty, but I didn't mean it that way.
If a zombie bites a vampire, the vampire bites a human, does the human become a vampire or a zombie?
This is a good question.
Sheldon.
Cookie.
He doesn't do the trick without the treat.
Hi, Sheldon.
Oh my gosh, okay. Wow, this is all out war now.
He's in my spot. Leonard, make him stop being naked in my spot.
Howard, what are you doing?
Revenge.
He wasn't using it. And I needed a nice, cool piece of leather to wiggle my naked ass on.
Get off there.
You can't stop him.
I thought you'd be more upset that your laptop is sitting on my junk.
I didn't pick up on that. That's a nice touch.
Raj is taking notes for revenge. What is gonna bring them to have peace, you know?
The place is swarming with campus security. They will not hesitate to scold us. Oh, yeah.
Now everything is right in the world.
Pull your car into the spot and let's get out of here.
Wait, I'm leaving my car here?
You have to. For the cause.
Come in the back seat. I want to show you something I had done today.
You color me intrigued.
You won't be intrigued for long.
What do you think?
Boy, that's a lot of Band-Aids.
More coffee? Leonard's taking me to a physics lecture, and coffee will just keep me awake.
Need to catch up on some sleep.
Looks like someone's on Team Bernadette.
Took sides in the feud.
He had my car towed. It cost me $200 to get it back.
Shoot.
No. Where was it parked?
In Sheldon's spot.
Is it maybe in Howard's spot?
He owes me $200.
'Cause I'm the one who had it towed.
Oh. Penny's like, what do I do?
Didn't see that one coming, did you?
Well, you're not going to see this coming.
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Penny really should have left.
My wallet, keys, and a coffee can full of change have a meaning to take to the bank.
A coffee can. Jeez, that really is a weapon, Amy.
Swear to God, I will rip out what's left of your pills!
You think maybe this has gotten a little out of hand?
Gee, you think?
Penny, Bernadette and I are sorry. I was parked in Sheldon's spot.
Sheldon doesn't have a spot!
I think I need to go to the emergency room.
I'll drive. You can see where the tow truck scratched my car.
Didn't scratch your car.
How do you know?
'Cause I did it!
Oh dang, dang. Kinda like how Bernadette goes all out like that.
Hey, don't look at that, white boy. That's my math, not your math. Keep walking, nosy.
Set up a tent. Set up a tent, Sheldon.
You said I'm not using my spade. I'm using it.
You can't stay there forever.
I have a plastic baggie strapped to my leg that says I can.
I believe Sheldon will use it.
You've chosen to tangle with a superior intellect you can't defeat.
A superior pettiness. Do you have noise-canceling headphones? Okay, he prepared for this. Sheldon thought this through a little bit.
Those aren't gonna help you, Sheldon.
Oh, yes, they are. I mean, what? Your threats are empty. Nothing can move me.
Except for maybe a car.
Calling campus security. You prepare for the scolding of your life.
What are you idiots doing?
Working, clearly.
Video games and rock music have desensitized him to violence.
Is that the cause?
Can't handle the fact that I'm a bigger deal than he is now.
Yo, preposterous.
That might have something to do with it.
Have changed the way we think about Bose-Einstein condensates. Also the one who got Nutter Butters in the cafeteria vending machine.
Okay, now I'm on Sheldon's side.
I don't believe is that you tried to run him over.
Oh, like you've never thought of doing that.
We've all fantasized.
Hey, sweet ride.
Sheldon, don't crash.
What are you doing in there?
Just breaking in your new car? You know what they say. Revenge is a dish best served new.
They do not say that. Revenge movies would be very different. It's an ambush. At least you were ready to defend yourself.
Howard has something he wants to say to you.
Time to bury the hatchet? For real?
No idea just how much of a crazy bastard.
Howard!
You keep it and I'll park in the structure across the street.
Okay, as simple as that.
Quite a gesture on your part. Showing yourself to be the bigger man.
And what are you willing to do, Sheldon?
Find totally unacceptable. I must be the bigger man.
This is gonna work, actually.
Use my spot until I learn to drive. Or get a Batmobile.
Hopefully the latter.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. Except I'm the bigger man.
You're the bigger man, Sheldon.
Don't stop.
I mean, he literally is taller.
Yeah, FYI, if you wear that into a bank, they will tackle you to the ground.
Why didn't they show us that scene?
Yeah, I'd like to propose a toast to
peace?
To burying the hatchet.
But have Bernadette and Amy done so?
I'm kind of glad this happened.
Kind of feel like it brought us closer.
Did it?
Yeah, everybody's happy.
Dang, poor Penny. The collateral damage after the peace treaty, man.
You had great success. Santeria Susie brought you a pair of leather slacks stained with chicken blood. I may have a similar problem. This cushion experienced a nude revenge wiggle. What?
This is the first time he has heard this.
His diet is rich in fatty deli meats. What test to detect lipid residue?
Lipid what?
A colon calling card. Is that your son?
Uh-huh.
I'm selling this. It's only 2 years old. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Personally guarantee it has spent less than 20 minutes resting on an astronaut's...
Well, no false advertising. You gotta give Sheldon that credit.
Anyone else troubled by the Spider-Man theme song?
What about it? What's wrong with it?
It's like your third favorite cartoon theme song.
Right behind do-do-do-do-do, Inspector Gadget.
I know that one.
Heroes in a half shell.
Turtle Power.
I've never seen any of those movies or shows.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. I can think of many things Spider-Man can't do that a spider can.
That's true.
Crawl in your ear and die. 2, legally leave Guatemala without a passport.
Spiders give me the GBGB.
I don't like spiders either.
We could have a little film festival tonight. Movies that kill their franchises.
Jaws 4, Indiana Jones 4, Daredevil 1.
Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous.
Never seen it.
I'm having dinner with Bernadette and her parents.
Okay.
Torture, especially with her dad. We have nothing in common.
You know what I like to do when I'm forced to speak with those beneath my intellectual station?
Like right now.
Try this one for an icebreaker. No place in the continental United States, Alaska, or Hawaii can dig straight through the center of the earth and come up in China. Thank you.
That's gonna save the whole evening.
Do you have any plans tonight?
Amy's taking me to a memorial service. My planned conversational gambit, no matter how deep they dig his grave, never make his way back to China.
That should lighten the mood.
It'll be very popular. Are they actually going to show us the memorial? That could be an interesting storyline. I don't know how Sheldon is going to fit in without getting kicked out of a service.
Amy? Yeah. Oh, right. Funeral. Amy.
Gotta get the right tone and delivery.
I'm not allowed to wear my Silver Surfer necktie. You can wear a bathrobe?
She's not going. She's too sick.
You're sick. You poor kid. We'll see ya.
Really?
Aren't you gonna take care of me?
No, I'm not that kind of doctor.
When one of us is sick, the other must take care of them.
The intent behind that clause was to force you to take care of me when I'm ill. When you're feeling better, you'll think that's funny.
Good night, Sheldon.
As he's reconsidering. You actually feel bad. No, he forgot something else. Right?
Made a commitment in writing to comfort my girlfriend, and I care about your well-being.
No punchline? Okay.
Let's get this over with.
Okay, wow, look at this. I'm surprised. Oh gosh. Speaking of fun evenings.
So how have you been?
Fine.
Good. Fine is good.
Oh, too much uncomfortable silence. Like, turn the TV on, do something.
You ever really think about the Spider-Man theme song?
Okay, he's desperate. He's stealing from Sheldon now.
Is that dinner coming?
Just put it in. It's gonna be a while.
Oh, I like rare chicken. Let's do this.
You could die.
It's okay. I'm dying now.
Death by chicken. It's a pretty foul way to go.
Hey, this guy won't even crack a smile.
Trip to Grand Canyon. How was it?
It was good.
That's it?
No idea. You were the chatty one.
Dang. Getting it on both fronts. That's brutal.
102.2. Look, I'm not even trying to get better.
Yes, blame her for being sick.
Do you believe in the placebo effect?
Of course I do.
Yeah.
This may look like a Tic Tac, but it is really a powerful medication specifically designed to cure your illness as well as freshen your breath.
This is not how the placebo effect works.
Why don't you just let me get some rest?
I'm not done making you feel better. Put a cold rag on your head and apply Vapor Rub to your chest.
Amy is not too sick for that.
You want to rub something on my chest?
Oh my god.
All over it.
Maybe we should start with that.
You should, maybe the Tic Tac would have actually worked. Don't get your hopes up though.
You may notice some tingling.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
We are about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen.
They forgot the sign of the cross.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
You done me fishing lately?
I'm going next weekend.
You like to fish?
Yes.
They're giving him nothing.
I can hear it in your voice.
Oh, if he didn't like it, he wouldn't go.
She's amazing too. Who is this actress?
Hadn't thought of that.
Hey, Dad, maybe you could take Howard fishing sometime.
Oh, that is not helping him.
We know each other well enough. He's been talking my ear off all night.
Fishing is something you do on your own. They're both forced into this.
Next weekend, we have that thing.
What thing?
She's not gonna help you. She's not gonna help you. She put you in this spot.
Oh, that thing. No, I canceled that thing.
You and I are going fishing.
Great. Thanks for the help.
If you don't want to look foolish doing something, you should practice. How many beef Wellingtons I made by myself before I invited you guys? You can see them here, here, and here.
We believe you. We believe you.
Get someone to give you some pointers.
Do either of you guys know how to fish?
No.
No.
Of course not.
We must know somebody who can do manly stuff like this.
Does Penny know how to fish? I think she probably does.
Worms.
Ew!
Now pick one up. You're gonna have to do it when you're fishing. Pick up a worm and put him on this hook.
I'm no expert,
But he's not gonna
I think
stay
the hook
on
has
like
to go
that.
through the worm.
Yes.
Fine. Sorry. Sure, I'm the worm.
Okay, don't name him, just jab a hook in his face.
Howard, hook that worm.
You can do it.
That's great. Cheerleading, way to man things up.
They're both so happy they don't have to do this as well.
Control group displayed significantly fewer genetics
Oh my goodness, if someone did this to me when I was sick.
in the experimental design relating to environment and diet. Inconclusively ever after.
That's actually a great way to end the story.
I need to get you down for a nap. And for some reason, that Vapor Rub gets you all fired up.
How's the poor thing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there. Thanks.
You Hey, I brought you some drugs we've been working on in the lab.
Can they be trusted?
By chance, it can make your tears burn like acid, so if you take it, happy thoughts.
Let's not be part of a dangerous experiment.
I don't have a bath thermometer.
Going to draw you a nerve-wracking bath of indeterminate temperature.
I thought he was going to get her a thermometer.
Some test subjects reported lactating uncontrollably when they heard music.
Bernadette, who do you think wants this?
I'm not sick.
You're not
I got
sick at
better
all?
2 days ago.
Oh, it's been that
It's
long?
so nice having Sheldon take care of it.
Oh my gosh.
See the stuff in my nose? Rubber cement.
I don't mean to be judgy, but this is the kind of thing lunatics do.
That is a great line.
Strong enough to bathe yourself, or do you need my help?
I'll tell him after the bath.
I'll tell him tomorrow.
Gonna take your knife right up the belly.
It's harder than going to space.
You don't want to cut too deep into his guts or the blood will just squirt all over your face. What is with you guys?
Our dads never did anything like this with us. He took me to his gynecology office. I got so bored I'd put vaginal lubricant at the bottom of my shoes and
What?
pretend I was ice skating.
What a thing to share.
You're gonna stick your thumb down his throat, grab the guts, and pull.
Can he actually do this?
Oh, look, it's a female. You can see all the eggs.
Where's Sheldon right now? Was she fast enough?
Sheldon, am I glad you're back?
Did he hear the music?
I think I'm gonna need another bath.
I'm surprised to hear that.
Oh, he knows.
I took a cheek swab and had it cultured in the lab.
Can't outsmart him.
Now, have you developed any of the following symptoms? Warm sensation in the trouser region, also known as full-blown liar, pants on fire. Our relationship was based on trust and a mutual admiration that skews in my favor.
I feel terrible I did this.
I think some form of penalty is in order
What?
to discourage this type of behavior in the future.
Binge watch Star Wars? What?
In a perfect world, I'd lock you in a stockade in the public square.
In a perfect
That probably
world.
requires a permit.
What's your perfect world, Sheldon?
My father was not one to spare the rod. My brother would sneak into his truck and drink his whiskey.
Are you saying you want to spank me?
I was gonna say, this is not a punishment. This is not a punishment.
But I don't want to. But it looks like you left me no choice.
Amy won. Amy won this round. It's not even close.
I'm a very bad girl.
That's what you're wearing?
Guy at the sporting goods store said these are what fishermen wear.
He made a nice sales commission.
I wouldn't mind shooting some ducks in the morning.
Now we're shooting.
You did practice that.
I like using a big shell, but it's fun watching them blow up.
I really want you to like me, but I don't think.
He's gonna cancel.
So why'd you agree to come?
Because he loves Bernadette.
I tried to back out too. My wife said I had to go.
Your wife makes you do stuff?
I mean, yes.
You're an astronaut, and your wife makes you do things, and she's only 4 feet tall. There's an Indian casino near Palm Springs. You know how to shoot craps?
I was the Temple Bethel Hebrew School Yahtzee champion.
Mazel tov. I'll teach you how to play.
Look at this. I'll actually have a good time.
Thank you, sir.
Call me Mike.
Okay.
This is a first step. It actually worked.
Just married to a couple of ball busters.
That's my wife and daughter you're talking
I was gonna say, don't say that. Don't say that. You guys are bonding, not like that.
Are you prepared to receive your punishment?
She's been waiting for this for a long time.
I want to put on some music. I don't want to disturb the people next door while you discipline me.
Good cover story. Good cover story. Is this just how you imagined it, Amy?
Oh my.
This is 50 Shades of Grey Nerd Edition.
Maybe you should spank me harder.
Maybe I will.
What an ending for this episode, man. That's hilarious. All right, so that's The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episodes 9 and 10. So we didn't really follow up on the I Love You storyline. I feel like that's going to be picked up later this season if I had to bet. But anyways, we instead went with an all-out war between Sheldon and Howard over the parking spot. And that was a fun storyline, and I also really like how now that both of those characters have girlfriends, the girlfriends got tied into the combat and the warfare themselves. Which, look, that's just a real thing. At the end of the day, when you're in a relationship with someone, the two of you are a team. So if one of you has a feud with another friend, I feel like inevitably you're going to also be part of that feud. So it's kind of great that we got to cut back and forth between Sheldon fighting with Howard, but we also got to see Bernadette and Amy insulting each other and talking some trash back and forth. I mean, it wasn't quite as fun for poor Penny, who got caught in the crossfire and had to suffer. And even though that eventually kind of got them to stop, I like how even as Penny was suffering and her nose was hurt, Bernadette and Amy were still fighting. Like, they were still insulting each other even as they were apologizing to Penny and like, okay, we need to take you to the hospital, but that won't stop us from throwing a few more jabs on the way. I actually thought when Howard went to apologize to Sheldon that was part of a calculated plan. They were going to try to frame it as if being the bigger man was the way to get the ultimate victory, as a way to manipulate Sheldon. But it wasn't that at all. Instead, it was actually just kind of a sincere olive branch offered with the assistance of Raj. Howard offered to Sheldon to kind of make peace and just to end the fighting. And so I kind of respect Howard for doing that, and I also kind of respect Sheldon for accepting that peace offering, and more than that, you know, kind of loaning out his parking spot. And then episode 10 was a lot of fun as well. I mean, we got to see Howard spending time with Bernadette's parents. You know, it's great to see the in-laws. As I've said from pretty much the beginning of the show, I love seeing the parent characters involved. It was great. I mean, we've obviously seen Bernadette's father before, right before Howard went into space, but they continued that same kind of awkward, tense dynamic this episode. And I also love that we got to see Bernadette's mother, and she was also hilarious. I mean, very different in her manner and like her tone than Bernadette's father, but at the same time very similar. I just love how both of them just didn't give Howard any assistance in trying to carry on the conversation. I mean, look, we've all been there, you know, whether it's with the in-laws or just in some type of social situation where a friend of a friend or a girlfriend or boyfriend of a friend is there and you're trying to be polite and trying to say something. And look, sometimes it is awkward, right? And you're just trying to like be polite and think of something to say, and you're just getting nothing back, and it's like, well, do I just accept my fate and live with this uncomfortable silence, or do I do my best to get out of this black hole of social discomfort and try to save it by thinking of something to say? And then of course that led to some fishing preparation. And look, I'm not someone who fishes. I've been fishing a couple of times. It's just not something that is a hobby of mine, but it always is interesting, right? I mean, so much of what you're interested in and what you're comfortable around and just those activities are because of how you were raised and what your father or your mother did with you. So even though Penny, to be honest, is not someone, you know, based on her personality, she just doesn't give me, I wouldn't immediately think like, oh yeah, she knows how to fish and she's comfortable doing that. It's because of where she's from. Like, she's living in California, but that's not where she's from, of course. You know, she has the whole history of her childhood and her parents and all of those things. You know, sometimes I do forget that as I'm watching her character with these Hollywood dreams. But ultimately that led to kind of a good thing, right? You know, even though neither of them wanted to spend time together, and ultimately I think Howard made a good move by coming clean and just saying, look, this is not me. You know, I want to make an effort because I love Bernadette and I'm trying to like get close to her family, which is a good thing to do. But you know, there is something valuable in just being honest and saying, look, this is not me. You know, I want to have some type of relationship with you as my father, but you know, there's at a certain point, like, you are an adult and you do have things maybe that you're just not well suited for. But it turned out really well. Like I said, they end up going to a casino together. I guarantee both of them are going to have so much more fun kind of meeting in a middle ground area, because at least for me, if I'm doing an activity I enjoy, but I'm with someone who clearly hates it, and this is just torture for them, I can't have fun and relax myself. So I can imagine for most people, it's something similar. If you're fishing and you love fishing, that's great. But if you're with someone who is just dying inside every second, it's going to ruin the experience for both of you. So at least find some common interest or something where it's just a little bit easier and accessible for everyone. But then the Amy and Sheldon storyline was hilarious. I mean, I didn't see where it was going at the very beginning. At first, I'm like, oh, wow, this is sweet. You know, Sheldon, despite, you know, how he is, he's actually going to honor the relationship agreement and take care of Amy in a good way. But once, it was great when Amy heard that he was going to like rub on her chest, you could see the change in her demeanor. And it's not that she wasn't sick. I mean, they did a good job, like between the acting and the makeup. She looked quite sick, which was perfect. But it's like, no, I can power through this. I can survive this discomfort if that means Sheldon is going to touch me in any way. You know what I mean? So I think that was a great direction to take that storyline. And of course, she took it a step further, you know, pretending she was sick for, I thought it was just a little bit longer, like another afternoon or something, but no, it was multiple days she was faking being sick. I'm honestly surprised and impressed that she was able to trick Sheldon for as long as she did. Of course, that didn't last. Sheldon busted her, but then once again, Amy just couldn't stop winning this episode. I don't know what else to say. And Sheldon, you know, ending the episode with Sheldon spanking Amy, not understanding what was really happening. I mean, that is not what I would have thought we would see on when I started this show. If you told me like, oh yeah, we're going to end an episode where Sheldon has a girlfriend now, and his girlfriend, who wants more physical intimacy with him, tricks him into spanking her as a punishment after she fakes being sick and he catches her in the lie and is going to fade to black, I would not expect that one bit. But I thought that they executed that storyline very, very well. And it's such a funny way to end this episode. I mean, when is Sheldon going to catch on? Is he ever going to catch on? You know, I mean, there's been so much of a buildup between he and Amy. I feel like it has to lead somewhere eventually, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I guess, look, at the end of the day, it is a huge step that Sheldon, when he finally acknowledged that they were boyfriend and girlfriend. So I guess if they can go that far, maybe eventually they will have some real intimacy. I don't know. I don't know how they could set that up. I mean, what storyline do you write? What scenario do you come up with where Sheldon finds himself in that situation? You know, but at the end of the day, Amy's not going to want to stay in the relationship forever if it's not a real relationship in that sense. So I don't know. We will see what happens. Had a lot of fun with both those episodes. Hope you guys enjoyed these reactions. As always, the full unedited reactions are, of course, on Patreon, along with future reactions of this season. If you don't want to wait, you'd care to support the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, remember, be active, be mindful, and be a hero.